Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. I hope you're having an absolutely fantastic day. I'm about to ruin your day, maybe. In this game where we grind and grind and grind to finally get to tier 10 and achieve that top tier status, some of you may have some favorite tier 10 tanks, and I'm here to tell you that WarGaming is planning on nerfing 3 tier 10 tanks soon in patch 1.20, and maybe it might be one of your favorites. Don't worry, if your favorite tier 10 tank is a Russian tank, you don't have to worry about it. None of them are getting nerfed. How about the T110E3? How many of you enjoy and love your T110E3? Well, it's getting nerfed. I'm not kidding. I don't know why. I don't know the reasons. Perhaps there's new TDs in the game that they want to encourage you to get. Perhaps Chinese ones with rocket launchers. But if you have a T110E3, it will get nerfed. I'll tell you really quickly what the nerfs will be. Let me pop them up on the screen there and I'll read them. The T110E3, they are going to change the reload time from 17 seconds to 18 seconds because 17 seconds to reload was too fast. Then they're going to change the aim time from 2.5 seconds, 2.5 excruciating seconds, to 2.7 excruciating seconds. Then they will make you blind. They're going to decrease the view range from 390, not to 380, but to 370, because you should not be able to see the enemies. And then they're going to change your vehicle durability, because why would you want to have any HP? From 2050 to 1950. Surprise! How many of you love your T110E3? I mean, it's not overpowered. It's not a behemoth. It's really good frontally. It's kind of slow and sluggish and really relies on its team because you can't get to different parts of the battle quickly. It's got a very good gun if you aim for half an hour. Like, look at this. He's got APCR loaded and he shoots the Kranwagen. He bounced. He bounced on the turret of the Kranwagen. Oh, man. That's tough. Hey, what's the penetration of this round? At least they didn't touch the penetration. 375 pen. 375 pen for the T110E3 on the premium round. What do you guys think of the nerf upcoming to the T110E3? Oh, he bounced again on the Kran. You can't penetrate a Kranwagen turret with 375 pen. What you have to do, guys, watch carefully here, is you have to load this ammo that has 90 penetration. If you load the ammo that has 90 penetration, 375 is too high. If you load the ammo that has 90 penetration and you shoot the Kranwagen turret, then you're more likely to penetrate. Now, if he penetrates, he's going to roll somewhere around 1,100, right? Plus or minus 25%. So 375 was too high, but 90 is just about right. Good job, WarGaming. Good job. The next tank that they're going to nerf, and this one baffles me because it's already been nerfed to shit, is the Italian Tier 10 Heavy, as well as the Tier 9. But the Tier 10 Heavy is going to be crippled. And they nerfed it already. And it hasn't dominated results. It hasn't been, when you search top damage results for Tier 10 mediums, it's never dominating. It may sometimes occasionally have a great game, but the reload, the auto reloader, once you fire all 5 shells, is so long to reload. They nerfed the gun handling a while ago, and now get this. This is nerf, I'll put it on the screen. A crippling nerf of increasing the gun dispersion during movement and on hull traverse by 29%. They're going to make it so you can't hit anything. And if you hit, you're going to bounce anyway, according to this game. That's a crippling nerf. 29% more dispersion during movement and hull traverse. So if you're moving at all, or if you turn your tank, you're going to have to relearn how to play this tank. And this is a little bit of advice, is you have to get in a position and be still and let your bloom settle to eliminate that 29% dispersion penalty before you fire the trigger. If you poke around the corner, if you drive your tank forward, if you turn your tank and you turn your turret and then fire, you're going to have a 29% increase in dispersion, and you won't be able to hit your shots like this and bounce over and over again. So just a crippling nerf. They're also going to decrease, if that isn't enough, they're going to decrease the thickness of the frontal armor. As if this thing had armor. I mean, it has a very sloped front plate, which in certain angles will auto bounce. But they're going to decrease the armor. I don't know how much. Potentially enough so that some Chinese and Russian tanks can auto pen you. It's just okay. And also, just to add icing onto the cake, when you pull out and you take your auto-loading shots, boom, 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 and you want to pull back into cover, well, they're going to make the reverse speed drop to 20 from 23. So just crippling nerfs to this Progetto. And you know, with all humor aside, I just don't understand why would they... What's the priority in nerfing the Progetto, which has already been crippled? It's already a tank that once was great, and it underwent a big nerf patches ago, and now it is... it's not a tank that everyone strives to get. It's not... You guys... It's ready. Let's watch this game here. As you can see, it's super powerful. All right, you want to hear the third one, guys? The third tank that they're going to nerf. Bye bye Progetto. I'm sorry. How many shots have you bounced so far? Don't worry. After the nerf, you won't bounce those shots anymore. You'll miss. But I saved the best till last, guys. And this one I don't get, because this tank they just buffed recently. The AMX M4 54, the French Tier 10 heavy, which is a solid tank. When you search top damage results for Tier 10 heavies, this tank consistently has 2, 3, 4 of the top 10 damage results. It's a solid, good tank, and it has fantastic gun handling. It was buffed, and then it was nerfed on its speed, because it was to have this kind of gun handling and this kind of armor and have speed was too much, so they nerfed the speed a bit. And it's been a solid choice, and a lot of people specifically went to grind this line. It was a very unpopular line when it came out originally. No one really cared about the French heavies, but it was buffed, and then now a lot of dedicated players have grinded through that horrible French heavy line to get this tank, and I guess most people have already done it, and everyone's spent the years grinding it. Now you all have it, so it's time to nerf it. And these nerfs are absolutely crippling. This thing is going to be a shadow of itself. Let me pop them on the screen. These are just crippling. Increase the dispersion during movement and on hull traverse for the AMX M4 54 suspension by 33%. 33% more dispersion when your hull is traversing or moving. So when the tank is moving, 33% more dispersion. Then change the dispersion of the 130 millimeter gun from 0.33 to 0.36. So make the gun inaccurate on top of that. Next, increase the dispersion of the gun on turret traverse by 40%. So not only when you're moving, the increase dispersion of 0.33%, but when your gun is traversing, increase the dispersion by 40%. Those are two separate penalties. So if you move your tank and turn your turret, you've got an increase of 40% and an increase of 33% in dispersion. This thing won't be able to snap or hit or react quickly at all anymore. Completely neutered. Then change the reload time. As if that's not enough, increase the reload time from 13.4 to 14 seconds. And on top of that, change the aim time from 2.2, an already, comfortable average aim time, to 2.5. They nerfed every single category except the reverse speed. Now the big ones though are the soft stats, the penalties. After this nerf, you're going to play this thing and go, oh my god, what's happened to the gun? This will be one of the last games you get to see where this tank just performs really well and does what it does really well now, which is have fantastic gun handling. Like watch, you can aim quickly and shoot, and you very often hit bullseyes. And the reason that this tank is so enjoyable to play now is because the gun handling, the soft stats, that when he moves, when he turns his turret, the circle doesn't really bloom that much. All right? That's gone. There's no more of that. Now what he just did right there, he moved forward and turned his turret a little bit. After the nerf, when he moves forward, he's going to the bloom on that circle is going to increase 33%. When he turns his turret, the bloom on that circle is going to increase 40%. You're going to move and turn your turret, and your aim circle is going to go whoa, and you're going to press the trigger, and you're going to miss. And it's just going to be excruciating to play. It's going to be the way it was before they buffed it, or worse. And I just don't understand. There's got to be an overall strategy here, right, guys? There's this. It's like I don't know. It's like having a 3-year-old, putting a 3-year-old in charge of the cookie jar, and one day he stuffs himself with cookies, and he's got cookies and chocolate all over his face. And you say, "Did you get into the cookie jar?" And he goes, "No." And and then the next day he's got a stomach ache because he ate too many cookies, so he doesn't like the cookies, and it's just a shit show. That's a very bad analogy, but I can't think of a good one. But why would they? Why? And the reason is, it's simple, is they buffed this tank and they made it popular, and a lot of the content providers promoted this tank, and you know, showed you how to dominate on the battlefield with this new beast, right? I'll towed WarGaming's line, and a lot of you spent the time to grind the tank, and you got it, and you've been enjoying it because, wow, this is an amazing tank, I gotta have this one. And so most of the player base has done that now. They spent the time, they spent the resources, they got the tank, they did all the work, and they have it. And now WarGaming says, well, okay, we don't want them playing that now for the next 4 years. We want them grinding the new stuff, so let's nerf it. And it's nerfed. And now go start grinding the Chinese rocket launcher tanks. That's what you're supposed to play now. And it's just the same old pattern. Every tier 10 that I've acquired in this game that I've enjoyed throughout and I've played for over 10 years. Every single tier 10 that I've acquired and enjoy has been nerfed, except for the Russian ones that I've acquired. The IS-7, which has been continuously buffed, and the Object 140, which has been buffed numerous times, and the Russian tanks that I have tier 10 are still playable, but every single other one, the Mouse, the T110E5, this one which I'm close to get, the Progetto I got, all of them, every single tier 10, the Waffenträger Auf E100 was removed. I got one of those grillets. Every single tank that I've spent time to get to tier 10 to grind, eventually, if it was good, they nerfed it. So that's the news. And this is true. You guys might think this is a joke video. Maybe, you know, Claus is it April 1st? No, this is true. This is published on the World of Tanks website. I will post the link of the patch notes, because there have been a few tanks. I'm highlighting the 3 that are going to get nerfed. The 3 here that I just don't understand any. If anything, this French one was the only one that was really powerful. That maybe you could argue, yes, it does deserve a little bit of a rebalance, but not a complete, total, over-the-head destruction like they're planning. Like maybe just a little tweak, yes, because there's other powerful tier 10s, guys. This is not the only powerful tier 10 tank. But it's going to be crushed to the point where you won't want to play it anymore. So I'm highlighting the 3 that they're planning on nerfing. So surprise, surprise, if any of these 3 are your favorite tank, you know, bend over. It's time to take it from WarGaming. There's a few others that they're planning on buffing, but just minor. The Panzer, the tier 10 German light tank, the Panzerwagen, gets a tiny little buff. They make a big deal that they're buffing the T57 American heavy, but really when you look at the buff, it's just a a 2 kilometers per second buff on the reverse speed. That they don't touch the gun or the armor or anything like that. There's a couple of other tanks that they do that. They, we're going to buff this tank, and you look at the patch notes, and they're going to just buff the reverse speed by 1 kilometer per hour or something like that. So basically nothing. You won't even notice it. They're going to buff the Centurion Action 10, and I think all they do on that one is they decrease the reload time by half a second or something. You get to shoot a half a second and nothing else. You can still get penned in the turret by just about everyone because your armor is, from 8 patches ago. So, I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't understand these buffs. Only to say that it's all part of the plan. They want you to... they obviously want to keep you engaged in the game to get the stuff that's powerful. And once everyone's got it, they nerf it and they want you to get the other stuff. And a way of kind of leading you... keeping the carrot in front of you and leading you around, and the World of Tanks community, like a bunch of donkeys, is like, I want the carrot, I want the carrot, ooh, the T125, ooh, the mouse, ooh, the AMX, ooh, the Waffentry, and they run around chasing the carrot, and as soon as you're close to getting the carrot, nerf! When are you going to learn? Get yourself an IS-7, get yourself an Object 277, get yourself a T100 light tank, get yourself an Object 140 and enjoy the game at tier 10, okay? Don't waste your time with any other nation's tier 10s. Unless when a new line comes out, this is the other strategy, right? That's the pessimistic. If you're in for the long run and you takes you a long time to get the tier 10s, do that. Or if you really play this game a lot, when a new line comes out, get it right away. Speed down, like do a marathon grind and get the tier 10 immediately or free XP it. It's going to be the best, and enjoy it. Like this one, you could have enjoyed it for a year while it was the best, one of the best tier 10s, and play the new one exclusively because it's not going to last. Just play it, and then when they nerf it, sell it and get the new one. Get whatever the new one is and play that until they nerf it. Oh, he exploded! Daddy! The AMX exploded!
Don't act so surprised, son. AMXs explode every day.
So that's all I got for you today. I thought I'd make it a little bit more entertaining to give you the information rather than just read from the web page. You've just witnessed one of the last great games in the AMX. 12,363 damage. Well played, guys. Let's see if he can actually win this game. He's got one teammate versus he's got a Kranwagen versus a T92. What's the Kranwagen doing? That's his platoon mate. He's, what are you doing? So it doesn't matter how good the tank is, guys. Obviously, Mr. Kellerman, does not matter. It's balanced. Game is balanced. Does not matter how good tank is. If your platoon mate is moron, you lose anyway. It is not overpowered. These two guys have 10 kills together. They're platoon. And this Muppet's not playing. So be honest, guys. Leave some comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you agree with these nerfs or what your theory is on why they would, especially the Italian one, why they would nerf the Italian one. Or why they would nerf an American tank in this day when they need American dollars, not rubles, WarGaming. Why the hell are you nerfing an American tank and upsetting the American player base? Why don't you nerf the Russian ones? Like, holy shit. Talk about stupidity. But, I don't know. I just, leave some comments. Let me know what you guys think. And should I make you watch this right till the end? Well, we'll let the video keep going. How would you like to be this guy? 13,000 damage. That was the last great game you're ever going to have. A draw because your platoon mate is a Muppet. The next time you play this tank, it'll be nerfed. Catch you guys on the next one. What does happen here? Let's speed this up. Let's go to 2 times speed. Let's go to 4 times speed. What happens? Oh, wait! He's awake! He connected! What's he doing? Oh, he found him! Victory! What a shit show.